that game on Saturday, was that Josh Allen's worst game of his career? Based on the circumstances and really, again, his play, I think you might have to be able to say that it is. Just on, again, the situation, his play, everything coming together and when it was a perfect storm, and the fact that he wet the bed that bad was honestly awful to see. But at the same time, we got to be objective here and say, hey, this is what Josh Allen did. He just did not play good enough football, and that's something I want to talk about today. We're going to start again with Josh's play. Eventually, we're going to get into some other topics. I'm just talking about the game overall today. But the main story, again, is Josh Allen. Did he cost the Bills a chance at a championship? Was this his biggest choke yet? And I think you have to say it is. You have to say it is. Look, the stats don't lie. Josh Allen has never won a game in overtime, never in the playoffs now either. And it's a tough situation for him. As a Josh Allen fan, I'm kind of torn between all this because I like Josh Allen a lot. And I have a lot of sympathy for him because he's consistently had to carry the Bills' offense that has no real wide receivers, and they don't give him enough help, in my opinion, compared to the other quarterbacks in the league. But at the same time, he still can't make those mistakes. I mean, the one I think about the most is by far the fumble before halftime. You have to be smarter there, bro. You just have to. You cannot give a team any points, let alone 3 points minimum. It was just brutal to see that. I mean, that was really, really dumb by both him and really the Bills coaching staff for even putting him in that situation. There was that one. There was the interception where he just aired it and was picked off over the middle. That was pretty rough. Again, just didn't need to do that. Look, the interception in overtime was brutal, but I don't necessarily hate the call. But again, that comes all back to me to personnel. When you're relying on go balls and jump balls with Brandon Cooks, like, what are we doing? What are we doing as a personnel standpoint in 2025? Yes, it's 2026, but the 2025 season, you're relying on Brandon Cooks in a give-me moment? Come on. He also missed, I think it was Knox, in a big situation that would have won them the game. And, of course, he did lose the football when he got killed. I'm not going to blame him on that one because he got blindsided. His offensive line just let up there. But overall, man, it's just so disappointing to see. Again, Josh Allen is a great player. I have a ton of respect for him. But this was supposed to be, at least on paper, the easiest year for him to try to get to the Super Bowl. Now, again, I think people are ignoring the fact that that roster offensively is just not very good. And you saw the deficiencies in the secondary against Denver. But still, I mean, there's no Mahomes, no Lamar, no Joe Burrow, none. You were the big dog, and you didn't get it done. And it's just unfortunate because how many times are they going to get a shot at this and just not even get to the Super Bowl? They've at least gotten to the AFC Championship a couple times, but, man, it's just brutal. And, again, I really do feel for Josh. I feel for the team. I feel for the Bills fans. One day they will get it done. I don't know if it's with him, with new coaching staff. We just don't know. But you again have to be objective. The main reason why the Bills lost, in my opinion, was the turnovers. This was a game you could have won, and if Josh Allen just locks in, I think the Bills beat the Broncos minimum by like 10 points. So just a really, really rough game from Josh Allen. I hope he bounces back, but again, we have to be objective here. That was all on him. And now as we've seen the ramifications of this game, McDermott has been fired. I have mixed thoughts on this because, number one, again, Josh Allen turned the ball over how many times? Four times. And you're firing the coach? Like, I don't think that was on the coach, in my opinion. But at the same time, I think you can make the argument that, look, maybe we just need to change something up. Again, this team has I wouldn't say underperformed in the playoffs at times, but they've made some dumb mistakes here and there. Obviously, Sean McDermott, his defense is the one that led up, those 13 seconds against Kansas City to force it to overtime. It's back in, 2021? He's definitely made some mistakes. He's made some interesting decisions. Again, even letting Josh Allen attempt to move the ball at all before halftime on Saturday. But I guess what makes me just have a weird taste in my mouth when I think about this is just, again, if you're going to fire McDermott, fire the GM. And it seems like that's not the case. It seems like the GM is buddy-buddy at this point with the owner. And I just personally don't think that warrants, him staying. He's only drafted 2 Pro Bowlers since his time being there. And, again, he's had massive flops, including the Keon Coleman one. Yes, again, he has picked good players overall. There have been some good hits. But I just think with how the Bills have been structured as a roster, you're lying to yourself if you think that this is the best team in the AFC or even close to it. And again, as I said, they do not give this guy wide receiver help. Other than Stephon Diggs over the last couple years, when has he had a real receiver? I'll wait. Exactly. He hasn't. He needs more weapons. In my opinion. And again, if you're going to fire McDermott, I would have just fired the GM as well. Let's get a fully clean state. But again, that just doesn't seem like the situation in Buffalo. Curious to see who they hire as the head coach, but really not sure how that one's going to go moving forward. Now to touch on Denver and Bo Nix. Look, Denver, you guys earned my respect. I thought the Bills were going to win this game. I thought it was going to be tight, but I thought they were going to go in and win. That was not the case. And again, Bo Nix, phenomenal. The ball to Humphries, where he sets his feet, rolls out of the pocket. I was saying all day he needs to set his freaking feet, and he finally does. And it is a bomb, a beautiful throw, beautiful catch. The throw to Mims with the 50 seconds left. Bo Nix showed you every single thing that you've wanted to see. And yes, he aesthetically is not the best quarterback at times, and nor is he just playing-wise. But when this guy is put in a high-pressure situation, he's a freaking gamer. And this is just what he does. Again, I'm not saying he's the best quarterback by any means, but he can make the throws when counted on. And I don't know, he just gained a ton of respect for me. And then, of course, in one of the weirdest situations I've ever experienced as a sports fan, he's just fractured his ankle after the game, and no one could tell. I mean, I watched the post-game interview of Bo Nix, didn't see a single ounce of pain. Very, very interesting. I don't know really how that went, but now he's out for the rest of the season. I feel for Denver. Just going to be honest, I don't think you guys are winning on Sunday against the Patriots. I just don't see it. So it's brutal. You kind of just got to keep moving and just hope for the best. But I just want to give Bo Nix his props. Again, a terrible way to end the year, but he balled out. And I think that should silence the doubters for a little bit. That's all I had in this one. Just really wanted to, again, highlight the woes of the Bills. How did the Bills get in this situation? How did they not capitalize on this type of opportunity? It was Josh Allen and the turnovers, and again, just some really honestly bad secondary play down the stretch. Of course, now ramifications with McDermott being fired. And of course, I had to give Bo Nix his props because the kid balled out and then had the craziest injury I've ever seen. So, yeah, a lot to talk about there. But if you like this video, feel free to give it a like. If you are interested in any type of NFL content, feel free to subscribe. We're going to be continuing to break that down. Leave your thoughts on the game down below in the comments. My TikTok will be in the description down below. If you made this far in the video, I greatly, greatly appreciate you. And we'll see you guys on the next one. Peace, guys.